Luckily, the rain stopped. We were in Greenville, Michigan for an auction. It's nice and sunny. Look at how pretty it looks out. Yeah, lots of box lots. So a lot of digging to do. The rain just stopped. Look at the right off the bat, spy a bittersweet handkerchief. That's pretty. I don't know. Wish I knew more about jewelry, y'all, but I don't. So this is one of the, you gotta dig in the boxes and look. It must be a lamp. Lamp. Let me back out. There we go. I think it's just, I don't know if it's somebody's estate or not. Afghans. I'm assuming a punch bowl. Looking for those hidden treasures. Oh, look at the Tupperware. That's fun. Popcorn popper. That's a nice fishing creel. Let's go in the tents. Oh, look at that sweet angel. Holy chamber pots. That is a lot of chamber pot. The egg basket's nice. Oh, Cracker Jack. That's perfect for the 4th. Or anytime you want some fireworks. What is this oldie? Oh, that's old. Glowy glass. Oh, that's a nice. That's a nice tin. Like the graphics on that. Little lunch pail. Oh, I got 2 of them. Oh, she's pretty. Oh, I like her. She's pretty pretty. Was she supposed to be holding that? Oh. Queen of Frost. Oh, she is very pretty. Oh, mug glass. Bucket. We got over here. Cracker, butter crackers. That's nice Christmas colors. Big boy, which is stained glass. Nice wood bucket. Oh, look at the little cash register. That's actually pretty. Spend all your money today? No, never know. That's right. That's all we need. But that is interesting. I know I like him, but I'm like, that is just interesting to me. That would have been an insert. Ooh, look at it. It's an England jar. I'm sure it has a name, but which there's an ironstone lid. Where's the ironstone lid? Well, there are some saucers that are in there with it. Little sheep. Let's put him together. Let's put him back together. That looks like another ironstone plate. Next side, some Crocs. Lots of Crocs. Oh, look at that bee sting. Very pretty, some bar. Oh, Chris hasn't seen this one yet. He didn't have that one. It's a little broken, but they're barware. Oh, the hens and the nests. I need none of those. I went through my stage. Is that Texas ware? I like the red. It's hard, you can't. Oh, random lid. Oh, it's the gooseberry pink. I like that tin, I like the green and the. Oh, there's a marshmallow. When you have to stick to its side. That's cool. Little sorter. Oh, I'm weak for sorters. Look at that sorter. You know I'm weak for sorters. It's a nice lot of blue bottles. And yeah, there's some stuff here. You should be going home with at least one or two items. Look at those choir boys. That's interesting. Yard stakes. Light bulbs to something. That's very large. Sorry. I just like the toolbox. Set that off to the side, set stuff in it. How cool would that be? Do I like it because it's green? Sure, I'd put it in with my tools. Hummels. Little grandma core. So early morning again for us on a Saturday to go to an amazing consignment auction. We had just the week before went to this company's auction on site on a house, and then they had a consignment auction in their space that they rent in Greenville. So that was awesome. And then at first you're like, oh, you don't see anything, you don't see anything, you don't see anything, but they were still uncovering because of the rain. And then we saw some stuff in the pictures that was yummy that enticed us to want to go. And we have got 2 tables full. So, I mean, that's a good day. Yeah. So just bits and pieces here and there, just waiting for my turn for items that I wanted to bid on. So I'll probably, this is like 2 days. Usually I will film the next morning, but it was nice here in Michigan. And so Chris and I are like, oh, we need to get some outside stuff. The season is short here in Michigan. So I'm sorry, but I'll still do like shopping. So I'm just going to grab a couple things and share with you. I told Chris if he could snag this beautiful 48 star flag. It does have some, the history there is amazing. I mean, we're teeth stained, dying flags to look this amazing. I will decide after I get my decor done for my Patriot, my Americana decor done, if I'm keeping it or if I'm going to resell it. It would be a huge box to ship though. So it'd probably be something I would put in my booth. I think it is amazing. I mean, I could probably put a couple boxes together, but it is an amazing flag. I'm glad that he was able to snag that. Look at this egg basket. Yeah, it has some yummies inside too. But not only is it an amazing egg basket, but it's got advertising word on it. And I don't think there's anything broken. It is what it is. So that increases the dollar amount for resale. I haven't looked it up yet. when you can find ones with advertising. And then this is, when it comes to this wouldn't be something I would just set in our outdoor booth. It would probably be going in my booth or at Chris's booth inside. So yes, some wooden items. Look at the green handled. Now we weeded through because some of it ended up being box lots that you had to take all the other stuff with it. And there's this. And we have the little exercising barbell. I'm still just curious, like, somebody tell me. I don't know. It is just so cute. And that there's a little handle, I guess, if you wanted to. I'm not going to try to pull up because I don't want to ruin the read on it. But the shape is just so unique. And then we got 3 wooden spoons because I'm a sucker for old wood. And then a wooden bowl that's not a moosing. It's not, so I don't know who carved it or who made it. Just fun wood piece. One of the hammer mallets. Look at how many times this bad boy's been used. I've seen, many reasons you can just use it for decor. I've seen people use it to hold their toilet paper rolls. See, there's a whole world there of things you can use for home decor. I bought a box lot because I saw this. Now it does have a little bit of wear, and it's not the wooden one. But it is the wooden letters, and then this is, your cardboard. I think they're neat. I think they're just very cool shelf sitters. I got to work on this piece a little bit, but it's a church. See, some of the windows are missing, so I don't mind a project piece. It's a birdhouse, though. I thought it was very neat. Able to reproduce the windows, because why not? I like project pieces. A couple pieces of Pyrex, the gooseberry. Texas ware bowl. Fun red color. Oh my goodness. Some auction extras were actually some older Fiesta, right? The small F is the older, right? So I don't know. I'll put them in my booth for a couple bucks and see. I know that like there's a pinkish coral that people look for, like, but I'll see what the value is. I got the set of 6 Pyrex mugs. Looks like somebody bought them at a thrift store. They just never did anything with them, but there's 6 matching ones, and their paint looks pretty darn good. The 6 mugs. I mean, yeah, green. The paint is in wonderful shape. This was a little auction extra. I know that pattern is something I can't remember it right offhand. Little darner, old measuring spoons. They're all falling on me. Some little kid spoons. A set of 3. I think these are Anchor Hawking. Little soup. Yeah, Fire King Anchor Hawking. Soup chili bowls. This beautiful oil lamp. I did bid on the jar, the box for the jelly jars. I don't really have any in my booth right now. And I thought they're great decor, and I guess you could, if you do wax, you could use them. It's hard to throw, get rid of a jar. This old brown, I almost think, yeah, I was seeing if it had any measuring on it, picture. The Yummy display rack, a little bit bidding war for that piece. That's a nice piece. What went on it? I'd love to Google Lens it. I have not yet to see what the original, like if it was sold separately, if there was a whole set that was sold with it. Oh, an England crockery jar. Yes, perfect. Those are perfect for the marmalade stamps. Enamelware, little, I don't know, strainer of some sort. Little brass. Little mister. Decor only, doesn't look like it comes down. We'll go back up here. There was a lot that had ironstone, so I was going to go for that. So we got a couple bowls, a couple saucers, a random lid, but I think I'm just going to start making a junk pile like I do the pieces and parts of the butter molds. I don't know, there's just a close sign. The scale, green scale, yes please and thank you. Little salt box. Is that not so little and cute? I was able to score this for Chris. This is one of the Let me back up here. Let me see if we get back up here. One of the crock jugs, yeah, for Chris that he collects. A couple other, oh my goodness. I have my hands working. So I have a wooden masher, a hog scraper. Is this the beehive spool? Is that what they call it? One of the old, look at the grease still has the insert. Oh, look at that. That's a good snag. A couple other crock bottles. This one has some amazing wording. Look at it says London. If I can get it to focus. There we go. Very cool. Well, I don't know what that would have held. We got a canning crock. Yes, they had some marshmallow tins. So we have this one, and I love it. I love it even more. I wish it was only $10, right, you guys? That it has the rust on it. And then the fun Cracker Jacks are great for patriotic season. That it's a season all year long, y'all. I love the Kentucky mixture because that's great for Christmas. And then they had the other Cracker. They had the other Cracker Jack, so I was able to get both of them. And of course, this was green, so I got the waffle. Premium waffles. Chris is the one who arranges the table. Doesn't he always do such a nice job, y'all? Some more tins. This looks like a tea tin and a Chesterfield, some cigarettes, another biscuit. That one's a cigar. And then I thought this was a project piece. I don't know much about that one, but look at this yummy. I didn't even see this until it came up for auction. So it probably would have held something like, I would think, clay pots. Hang it. It's green enamel. Oh, my heart was happy when I saw that. And then at first glance, you're like, this is just a red. Yeah, but it is a marshmallow. It is a mini marshmallow. So sit it to your side. I have one. And then at Christmas, I just sit it to my side so you can see it. And then this is I thought that would look so cool with Russian Santas in it, the frozen cherries. I like the silver goes with the tinsel trees that I see. That's my mind's always, how can you style it? How can we style it? We have a green handled kitchen utensils, and an auction extra with some Flow Blue. Seriously? Whoa, that was yeah. I think they were actually in this old, probably a lunch pail. And then I won the bid on the cookie cutters because I don't have any cookie cutters right now. I liked the graphics on this little bottle. And then we have a pewter pitcher. Yes, it is pewter. It's nice and heavy. Celestial. Is that Zodiac? What's that called? It says Zodiac. So the Zodiac sign's a little trivet. Okay, hold on. Nobody was there for glass. So Chris got first pick on a table, the only of that side table, on this beautiful bittersweet handkerchief. That's a good score, Chris. Very good score. And then I did not actually, this was inside the box that had all the books in it. And they were going, I'm like, I didn't want all the books. And it was a consignment. So this wasn't a time that you were leaving things behind. This was just an open lot that they used to bring tents in. And so you need to take everything. There's not a dumpster this time. There's not a flea market person that's going to take your stuff. And so I prayed. I'm like, okay, one lady bought all the books. And I was like, can I buy this book off you? So I offered her an amount, and then she's like, half the amount. She's like, no, you guys, I don't want, that's too much. But first, look how it opens. And then you open it up, and I didn't have my glasses, and it was sunny. And I felt as if it was a Bible, and it is a Bible, because we saw Matthew right off the bat. And look at the date, y'all. 1815, and then there's a handwritten date on the back of 1818. And I'm even after I showed her, I still like, do you want more money? She's like, no, it's good. And I'm like, so must have been a series. There's September 2, but this is so super sweet. And if it was black, it would probably be staying in my collection, but I knew y'all would love it. We had to take a moment for that. I just got some sparklers off of Whatnot because I wanted to use them in my in my patriotic decor. Yeah, and I'm like, look at, I just paid a lot more for the ones I bought on Whatnot than I paid for the box to get all this stuff. And then I just actually bought some baseballs from somebody's booth because I wanted to do a craft with them. The box had one of the plastic. This would have been probably not a candy container. I guess a baby's rattle, but oh, those glasses they just didn't know that kids would eat on things. So that is actually a rattle. Rusty crusty shovel, enamelware pie plate, an old bank. That's cool. Of the world globe. Just some old chalk. A couple little playing cards. Chris wanted me to try to get this. He's had those before. I don't know anything about it, y'all, other than it's a type of light. A couple more tins. I love the red, the buttercracker tin, and the waffle. I actually split with a gentleman that we see at auctions all the time. I'm like, how about we split the box? Because we were going to be bidding against each other. Like, what do you want? He wanted the lard. I wanted the butter. There we go. It all works out sometimes, y'all. These little brass pieces are perfect for those printer drawers. This one's a little bit bigger, but look at those pigs. So, and the golf club bottle opener, and then the base. I'm like, oh, that's a nice base for a Christmas tree. And then she is beautiful. Absolutely. I don't think the wallet is original to her, but the little coin purse was stuck there on her. And I'm like, I'm leaving it that way. It looks so totally cool. So she is the Queen of Frost, and she's got some little wings that have kind of rolled over time. I don't know much about her, who her maker is. Sometimes we can read. 2003. I don't even know who sold her, but it doesn't matter. I think she's beautiful. A couple old boxes, a little worse for wear, but they're still cool, way cool boxes. Always a copper pot. I got something I bought came with some wooden houses. The preserve jar. Doesn't have the lid, but it has amazing graphics. And I can't believe, I usually don't do the children's registers, but that one, the ornate design on it is just awesome. I do sell a lot of these little blue bottles, so I went for those. This also was in a lot that I bought, an old pencil sharpener. Krista, he got some nice stuff today. This is a beautiful gauge, tire pressure gauge. Tyrese. I'm not sure. He got some more hooks. C-clamps. When he's doing C-clamps, I do know he's always looking for like the butterfly, the ornate ends to them for the collectors, the people who are collecting pieces like that. He got a couple Stanley planes. He was looking for the sweetheart. One of them's a sweetheart, but once he cleans it up, we'll be able to see that. Our daughter's bachelorette party, they are going golfing. And so, yeah. So he's like, I'm going to buy them golf balls because they're going up north for the weekend for it. And he's like, so I'm like, that's a good snack because we all know golf balls are expensive. This beautiful creel. I don't think there's anything I have to do to that. There's this caution. And he said he's actually resold those. I did not know that. Couple odds and ends. Got another egg basket. I just have a thing for crows, and then somebody along the line painted and stenciled crows on this. Galvanized bucket, an older cheese. Look at the patina on this, though. It's got metal. So it's just not your average cheese. Like I wouldn't do anything to that. That's amazing. This is some type of a jack. I can tell you that. That's all I know about that piece. That's some type of jack. And I actually wanted to use the this Pepsi box because it goes with patriotic. So you got your red and your blue right there. They did have that barware. Chris, the only piece that Chris was interested in was this piece. It is a little broken. It would have had a light. He can add a light to it. Can't really fix. I guess I could probably do something there. I'm not sure. I'm like, I wasn't going to buy the pew, but I got it for $20. So like, oh no, why'd I do that? I don't even know. I have one in my booth right now that's been there a little while, but they're so cool. The history. I need to find a peg to complete this little. I think we have some in our stash, or change them out to ones that are matching. That's not any big deal. Yes, I got the cubby. There again, the same man that we were dickering about the tins, he came from the Shipshewana area, which is way farther than us, for the furniture. And I'm like, Howard, the only piece I want is, like, I like the cubbies. Not going to bid against you on the other pieces. So that worked out fine. There was a lady there that did want it. So it's not like you get it cheap or anything, but you know how that goes. And it looks like this piece, at least it's here. So at least it's there. And then it must have been somebody's antique store closed because they had all these folding. I can't open them because the kids are over there. They're signs, and I thought, they were like 5 signs, and I paid $2 for them. I'm like, I'll put those in my outdoor booth. Maybe somebody wants to create their own sign. There's a little bit of profit, or somebody wants to leave it as is. And these are the kids I'm talking about. The choir boys. Those are very cool. Not so cool about the duct tape, but I'm sure we can come up with something better, because it looks like along the lines, somebody wanted it to be longer. Oh, so you don't even need that. I actually think that's a copper pipe that they had put on there. You don't, yeah, so they had just taped the copper pipe on there, and it already has. So that part doesn't even need to be on there. That's an easy fix. They're pretty amazing. I can't believe I overlooked this. How did I overlook that? Oh, y'all, look at the pig. It's not a chicken. It is a pig. The eggs need washed. But, oh, I have never seen an egg holder that is a pig. Oh, he's fun. Sorry for passing over him. So, fun day at the auction. I still appreciate, shout out to Chris, who auctionzip.com. Put in your zip code so you can see in your area what is available and what you're willing to drive to. That's just how it goes. So thanks for going with us. I got a lot of work ahead of me. Y'all, I will show you the shelf behind me. I am working on Whatnot. I'm going to probably do, I think Alex and Becca can help me once a month on a Wednesday is what we're hoping for. So now I just need to start listing stuff. So that's how it's going. Once a month is all I'm going to commit to right now. So in June. Oh, you might be seeing this in June. So keep an eye out for Whatnot. If there's always the link down in my description so you can see when we are on. And like I said, once a month, I'm going to give it a try.